perfect world in Shanghai, and there's going to be a straight A setup. They've already set up the smoke, so we all know what this looks like by now. Smoke towards the donut and towards CT spawn, and there's really only one player in here that can even pretend to do anything about it, and they're not going to even try, so it's going to be a full-on retake with no kit available. That's really rough.
Yeah, and they're also going to have to wait out those smokes as well, so this is going to take a lot of time off the clock. That fuse already escalating away. Youngster going to be making moves through on the donut side. They've got the Julies in the hands of Nilo, who's kind of become the star player on this heroic roster, trying to fill the very deep shoes of Tania. But it is Sentry that comes first and gets the kill onto Hades. It's gone from bad to worse here as the time continues to just tick ever so quickly towards its final destination. But LNZ, the IGL, whips out the knife and very nearly gets the stab. But it doesn't matter, even though they litter the body with FUT, the bomb will still detonate and FUT will still take first blood.
Stop fighting for skins in the game. Visit Hellcase.
A bit of confidence to think that their general feeling in terms of the aim being on point with some of those rapid headshots, but
True.
Yeah, just a great call for FUT and taking it full circle. It will be a force buy as well. Obviously, you do get a bit of extra cash now with the economy and the CT, so you can afford to come out with this one. The flash is good, but the follow-up damage not quite there. Oh, so much, though, but Sentry does get the kill to LNZ and now can push through. 5-7 around the corner, catching them completely off guard as they were switching weapons, trying to get that bomb planted, and it falls down to the IGL in a 1-on-2.
That's a very smart play for Nilo. He was there as the third man, but he decided to hide instead of fighting with the other three, and, you know, I think even if he had, he probably just would have got mowed down with the rest of them, but the fact that he hid behind the pillar for a second more, they all assumed that that was it. There was nobody else on the bomb side, and they could just kind of take a moment to reload and everything else, and they got jumped on instead, so super smart play. Nilo's going to be getting that one as well, so overall, good job.
Yeah, they had, Nilo was on the side. I think Madden also was at one stage, and then like you said, Tania comes in, plays so well that he kind of takes the spot. And obviously he's away to greener pastures in spirit, so it's been a bit of a weird one. FUT picking up the pace here, though.
Yeah, no slowing this one down. It's another B rush because they work so incredibly well. Nilo surely going to get this kill on launch, though. The M4 around the corner. Mac 10 is right there, and oh my god, it's Jukes instead. Look at the headshots coming through with the Tech 9. He was ready to fight and give it all. That would have been so sick. But it highlights exactly what this guy is all about. His time to kill when you're on his screen is just so ridiculously low.
Which has really pillaged their prospects going forward, of course. But it looks like FUT are picking up the pace again, Anders, and this time it's going to be the A side.
I love it. Why slow it down? Why give Heroic time to breathe here? They're already going to be in. Execute from T-Spawn with the smokes. Kribani with the headshot to take down Hades. And X-Floud's going to get blown up again. Jukes once again hitting another headshot. He's so sharp. LNC and Lino, though, they're fighting back, and look at, even when they plant the bomb, they just keep on battling. They're still running, this time, though, towards the donut position. It's kind of crazy. Youngster's going to come in with a good couple of kills, and look at him shouting and just high-fiving his team there on the camera. That's sick.
Straight in. And FUT also super aggressive, of course, on the other side of things. But Lawrence already wrecked down to 39's having a rough one. Kribini, though, is going to pick up LNZ. So that battle of the IGLs this time is going to work in their favor. And I wonder how many rounds they keep pushing in this aggressively before FUT realize, like, okay, maybe we should slow it down a little bit. Maybe we should try and play and get rid of some of this utility that's been accruing and building up. X-Floud, in the meanwhile, though, plucks out Jugs in midair. And that should be good for a 5-1 lead. A rapid, quick-fire 5-1 lead, or maybe I've spoke too soon.
Yeah, that kill on X-Floud suddenly does change quite a bit. 3 versus 3 now. The bomb, though, is a million miles away. It's in T-spawn, and Youngster is going to sort of stumble into it. If he doesn't know already, he definitely does now. Hades sneaking around the corner. We haven't even got a chance to introduce really anything on the heroic side, but Hades is one of my favorite authors. He's super sick to watch. A little bit inconsistent. He's had his ups and downs, but I think he's absolutely great at the game. He's going to take down Kribani. Another potential Polish star, in my opinion. I know he's had some downturns in his career, but I think he's ready to come back and do even more. I've not given up on Hades, is what I'm trying to say, really. Demon should be dead in this one. He absolutely will be. Hades locking it down. And that sort of stuff we haven't even had time for, because FUT have just been Been way too quick with everything, but looks like we are going to see a B attack, although it's going to have to be fast because Nilo's already in T-spawn.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of intel as well. Now moving through into middle. He does get spotted from longs and put on his back. So FUT finally have that first pick, and pretty cleanly. No counter-fragging, no avenging available on the side of Heroic. And they don't have a huge amount of utility on bolster of, the bulk of their players. The bolster of it is on Hades. Molly and 2 flashes is now the aggression coming through onto the B side. Symmetry does get the first one. LNC's position is so important, so integral if he wants to try and save his teammates here, but he was wounded so heavily and just wall banged down, peppered from Demon. Oh, and through the smoke, Symmetry will not allow any saved weapons from xFloud at least. And so Hades can do nothing but just hold on to his AWP. So I definitely agree with you. He's a solid IGL and he's got a very bright future ahead of him. Meanwhile, though, Demon is just pushing straight up. Not really getting too many grenades behind it and already getting up close on A.
Yeah, I think they're pretending like it's the same mid control as last time, but instead it's going to be an A attack. So they've thrown all the mid utility that they almost did in the previous round, and instead they're going to turn it into something different here. Bomb being planted, nothing connecting through the smoke. That can be very hard on the A bomb side, I feel like. The lines to avoid getting shot through the smoke, and now look at this flank coming in. LNC is kind of checking for it. All right, that's heads up, and I think he's dead now. It's still buying a lot of time. That's a good, 5 seconds off the clock here, and they're already running it a little bit low on time, so they've got to get here to the bomb site very fast. Not seeing a kit in play either, so either way, this is going to be really tough. 10-second defuse being attempted inside of it here. Oh, it's actually going to work as well. They find the headshot. That's ridiculous. xFloud coming in with 3 kills, and somehow they complete the full 10-second defuse. Heroic. I feel like they should have lost that round. They're probably in a corner where there's no way they don't know where the bomb is, so... yeah, that's unfortunate for the side of FUT here. Demon, though, in the middle. That's a great opening. Even if he gets traded, you're still going to be enjoying that. Nilo has been playing over on this A side, so it does weaken things quite a bit. Krabani finding himself alone out here, but let's see where they want to go with it. Oh, they're going to find him as well, Youngstar. That's so important. It puts so much pressure in through the smoke here. xFloud, he's ready. Yeah, if more are coming through, he's going to be ready to take those kills. That should be enough to win the round.
Should, but oh, Symmetry I thought may get the drop on Hades. It goes the other way, and man, although FUT have been the aggressors and really dictated the pace of most of these rounds, a 7-2 scoreline is so brutal.
But yeah, xFloud, it's not impossible they're even worth thinking about one or the other because they are both really solid players. That's 7-2 here. Krabani, important kill, but no one's going to be checking for it. Oh, he was checking for it, but LNC, easy execution. Locks crouching and spraying the crab walk right under, and Symmetry with a kill onto Nilo. Hades here. Unfortunately, not that much that he can do. He's going to stick around because they've been playing so aggressively. I think what Hades is probably... well, he himself is also a very aggressive player, but he's probably thinking, if they make one mistake, if they go and hunt for me, it's a quick 1 versus 2, and I can probably win that. He is the type of player that will try and win those clutches, but he's never given an opportunity, so we'll have to walk away instead. Finally, a 3rd round.
No doubt. Still early into his career as well, and maybe FUT is the perfect springboard for him. And again, here we go. A fast, aggressive, just straight up dynamic push onto the site. They're going to catch Youngster with a nade out. Did not anticipate this whatsoever. Oh, but Nilo stands his ground and delivers 2 deaths. That's huge.
There's still a flank coming in. Jukes with another good headshot, but they don't know about the fact that Symmetry's walking through that smoke. Nilo, he's thinking about it. He's actually got the right read. That's very smart. Heads up play and a triple kill for Nilo. And again, FUT, they're not just taking the bomb site. Their plan, you can tell, is to rush A and then actually flank around through into Donut and catch the CTs off guard. Which you can tell, I mean, for Youngster, like you said, it worked on one of their players, but at the same time, you've got to wonder what happens if they slow it down instead and just actually plant the bomb. Jukes. It's unlikely, but he's in a 1 versus 2 here.
He's anticipating a rotation as well. He's very sort of paranoid about a potential flank, and understandably so, but decides to actually pull the plug. And he's got out of there. More than enough time to go plant on the B site, and if he can get this one down quickly, then he can start to rotate and reposition into good post-plant spots. This round is far from over.
I hope we get to see him play. I hope he gets to reload the gun. He only had 7 bullets in, so presumably he will have done that by now. But he is a sick player. See if he's ready to fight this one. They're going to peek almost at the same time. He keeps on spraying. It's a couple of headshots for Jukes. Fantastic round from the young Lithuanian. I love to see that.
4 kills, 1v2, and somehow gets FUT to a 4th round. Just a few moments ago, it was 7-2. It looks so one-sided after a flub post-plant from FUT. But here they are. That's the kind of individual brilliance and prowess that you've been talking about, being excited watching this team once again in full display. And it looked like it is just over. Nilo's double in Donut with a triple on top of it. Felt like that was the round-winning moment, but Jukes had other ideas.
It's such a great read.
Nice, Jukes! Nice! Insane, Jukes. Let's go!
What's kind of frustrating as well is, like, we know what Hades is capable, but it just doesn't seem like he's had any chances, Anders. Like, he's been choked out. Maybe it's because of this super aggressive T side that we've seen. That is a big counter to Orbs, but here we go. This time he repositions up on close in Cave, and he gets his Man of Demon before pulling the plug and getting out of there.
Oh, this is interesting. I think 4 rounds is enough to try and save FUT. If they can get a 5th, though, that would be huge. Dukes set up in position. He guesses that someone could be here, but he makes a big assumption. He thought, all right, that's it. I've checked most of it. And Nilo hiding in the middle. You don't actually see that too often. There are so many other common spots for CTs to hide in. Cemetery, a lot of damage here. Youngster dancing around. He occasionally comes back for more. I have no idea why, but he's going to end up going down. And it's a 3v3 with Hades alone and very exposed in this position. They're going to come for him. He tried to do the spin, ready for the ramp as well. I don't know how he's getting the kill, but he will take down Lonks. And Krabani finally ending the run of the Polish Orpa there. So Nilo and xFloud, 2v2. There's still 40 seconds. They're going to run back to A. This is great.
Another really good heads-up call in the heat of the moment. And it has worked a charm. There's no way that Heroic are going to be able to read this in time. Nowhere close enough to stop the plant. But more problematic than that is you're now coming through a bit of a bottleneck, claustrophobic couple of angles, and you have no idea where the 2 Ts are. A bit of utility across the 2 of them, though. A smoke and a flash as Nilo tosses his one up. But another problem here is that you don't possess a kit right now between the 2 players, but a huge headshot from Nilo, who moves to 14 frags, putting all the pressure on Cemetery, and he will pull a page out of Jukes' book and clutch down a 1v2 with a double spray of his own.
Okay, then.
But Heroic slowing down the pace, but they're taking real estate ever so quickly through Cave.
Yeah, this is going to be really quick. Oh, what a great timing on the smoke. Just throws it right in front, the underhand. And then he's got the dualies out to take down Nilo. That kill immediately makes Heroic question whether or not it's actually worth it to keep on going. There's also a player in middle. Jukes is starting to get a little bit closer. Got to be careful if he lands a shot. It might be the round over, but he unfortunately gives up his life instead. Not what you want to see. xFloud waiting for them. Execution onto Krabani. Next up is Cemetery, and Demon trying to recover is not going to be enough. I can't believe it, but FUT, they actually had the advantage there, but they wanted to fight just like on the T side. Wait a minute. Did he just drive by in his car and just shot Hades? He didn't even stop moving then. Lonks trying to get closer. They really don't know how to not fight. None of these players. They were all ready for it all the time.
And for those of you that are also tuning in and kind of confused, why is Hades playing? Alcarin couldn't make this event, so he is a stand-in right now. A great opportunity for Hades individually. Nilo, in the meanwhile, though, is sneaking up onto the site. He's going to get trying to drawn away on fire, and the USP close range will dispatch of him. However, it's a ruse. A site is the final destination that's been painted with a target, and Heroic now making moves towards it, but they have lost a lot of health and players in the process.
Yeah, there is definitely a way to give up this round. What a luxury it would be for FUT if that was possible. Jukes, unfortunately, as he's running away around the corner there, xFloud gets to stay alive. Deep grenade, surely going to land right on top of him with no armor. That's going to be really painful, but like you said, low health, and Hades goes down to a single deagle bullet. Can't quite find Youngster. He just keeps on staying alive, and it's obviously going to be a 10-second defuse here, so they need to get on that right now if they even want a chance of it. Cemetery trying to negotiate this one, but the aim punch is too much, and Youngster will end up getting 3 of them towards the end, putting Heroic a little bit closer to victory. What an exhilarating game this has been. I'm so hyped up that these two teams are playing at the very start of the day. Going to be rushing up the ramp once again towards the B side, and Demon in position. Very scary though. Nilo's got his angle covered, and he wanted to try and throw out a smoke, but he just could never really do it. Juke's going to get a couple of kills, but Nilo shows up ready for Cemetery. What a great read. He might have just single-handedly won the round. He got the entry, and then he went deep behind enemy lines. Lonks through the smoke. Oh, he actually gets to go through. I have no idea how. He should have been dead the second he stepped through that smoke. They have no idea that he's here. Crouching, and it doesn't matter. Hades will find the headshot, but it's all Nilo all the way. 17 kills, and it might have just won the map for Heroic here. Tumultuous time in a couple of different ways. There were so many different weird rumors about, but you see him in the server here, and it's looking really good. So, wonderful stuff. Lonk's going to be burned out of the corner, but he's got Jukes with him. They want to fight in the middle. The flashes are coming over. It's great utility. It is the classic protocol for getting into the middle. Those flashes from T-Spawn, it's Hades that's throwing them over. You can see him assisted even on the kill on Krabani there. In spite of that, I think they've been playing a sick game. I've been so entertained, but in terms of the rounds, it's Heroic running away with this right now.
Yeah, I think FUT's playing it like a 7 out of 10 maybe. But it's just, they ran into a Heroic that's in this, like, superiorly kind of just crazy form. How do you deal with it? Well, they're going to try their best to with this Incendiary. Could very well finish off Youngster. Smoke went down, and Nilo again just takes the headshot so fast on the draw. And even if he were to fall, Hades is in aim, but he's not required. Nilo wants that 20 bomb before this map is done. And it's looking like it will be momentarily. 7 map points on FUT's choice of Ancient. When you have the lesser firepower, lesser utility, you've got to try and even the odds and get a bit of equilibrium some way, even if it means that you have to impose it on the enemies. However, Heroic, the way they're stat-tring, they know this is a possibility. Demon, meanwhile, though, is going to be called upon, because here come Heroic, looking to try and take the last round of this map.
Bomb already in hand here. Demon hoping to find the right angle through. It's just all gray at the moment. Krabani gets a kill. That's important. Comes around the corner for a second one, but Hades locked up against the wall. Quick for a double. It's 1 bullet from a triple, but it'll be launched instead. Mid-air with the MP9 to take the kill, and now Lino alone against 2. Can't get the job done this time. They've asked a lot of him, and he's up to 20 kills in total here, but this time FUT will get another one. And you know what? They've already made one absurd comeback in this tournament. I say, just do another one here. Win the next 6 rounds, and we're good to go.
Definitely a solid powerhouse team. The one downside for me is, like, Demon's not had a great game, and he's typically up there as one of their better players. So we know that they've got an extra gear to shift through if Demon starts to wake up here.
Yeah. Ooh, utility in the middle is devastating, but it doesn't even matter. They actually come through and win. Look at the health on LNC and xFlow. But that's the power of those counter flashes coming out. Nilo's going to get Krabani. That looked like it was that looked like the round was lost almost immediately. They ran into 2 grenades and almost killed 2 people with them. xFlow now ready to go. Demon trying to find him, but who even cares? They've got grenades for days, tossing him at the back. Demon running through. Oh, he's going to spray them down before the bomb is even planted. That's sick, but he's still going to get shot in the back. Nilo is here, and Demon's got no idea. 1 bullet to take the round, and the map goes to Heroic.
Man, what a fun game of Counter-Strike. You know, like sometimes you come up with 13-6 and it's been a slaughter.
What's new here today? The Slack, trash, yeah, like always. What? Holy shit! Whoa! What? Where am I?
Do you want to try?
Yes, I do.
Don't think. Come on.
Stop fighting for skins in the game. Visit Hellcase.
Yes, indeed. Starting on the T side, Heroic and FUT are going to be on the CT side for the second map here. They do have a kit on the CT side, but no smoke. And a couple of flashes as well. Presumably, yeah, they're up on the sniper spot, up on the high ground. So Demon was going to be able to flash. If they were going to rush the bomb site here, then there would have been flashes ready. But they're going to delay the rush instead, just long enough for Demon to not be there. So this is actually great timing. Heroic, they might have found exactly the gap that they needed. Here come the shots, though. Krabani with a couple of headshots to bring down xFlow and Youngster. The bomb is being interrupted. interrupted. Lonks there to catch them at a headshot onto LNC. What a great swing back into the round here. And FUT are looking to take it, and they will, with Kribani kind of the superstar weirdly on the first map, and also coming into the second one with great pace.
And he is pretty much the only player that you'd expect to get any kind of success in this round. They're going to be taking it slow, trying to draw out as much utility as possible from FUT by just taking every second allocated. It can even treat this as a mini tactical timeout for the next one as well, of course, and figure out where to go. Any kills would be huge here. A bomb plant would be outrageous. I just don't see either of those coming to fruition, Anders. This is going to be a shooting gallery, surely.
It should be. The M4A1 kind of worries me in this position with the bullets, but Cemetery with the FAMAS. Oh, no. That is such a slip up. Now the M4 has been given over. Hades finding another couple of kills with a stolen rifle. The bomb is going to be planted. Oh, that's a nice grenade, though. Kind of a classic for this map. But it's a 2v2, and they're running into the crossfire here. Burst comes out. Demon just saving the day with 11 health left at the end of it. FUT, they very nearly messed up that round completely.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about just taking a big bite out of that overall timer. And there's still 45 seconds to play with. And they're going to be able to wrap around it. They can even fake it because they also have con control. Symmetry, though, is going to go in with his AWP, but Nilo strikes back. And now this is where the problem comes, because the in-flank is taken from Heroic, and they're getting up close as well. Symmetry still putting down the pressure, though, with the AWP. As bullets whizzing by the head of xFlow. Takes a bit of damage, but it's not going to stop the bomb from getting planted.
Yeah, nice work so far. 3v3. Duke's trying to get through, but xFlow is holding that. No problem. You are right, though. You can easily shoot through that box, but he's not going to be able to find it. I did actually think this was a smart plan, I think, for Kribani and Symmetry to just go towards the restrooms and ignore that long position, because they weren't going to be able to find it anyway. I think we're officially back. It's round number 4, and look at Symmetry pushing out towards the playground. I love the idea. Now, smart jump. He does get tagged anyway, but xCloud making sure that he doesn't peek straight into the AWP.
They are going to be kind of mob mentality pushing out in short. They do get a 1-for-1. The 5-7 coming through well, but LNZ turns his back, shields away from the flash just in time. And although Nilo may go down, the player advantage maintains for Heroic. And they'll be already thinking, oh, I was going to say, already thinking about pulling Symmetry out of this one to save the AWP again, but he's fully committed. He drops down onto the site, Anders. There's no way for him out. You'd have to backtrack all the way across. But Lonks has got the kill on xFlow.
This is so all in. Oh, he actually hits the shot onto LNC, but Hades to the rescue once again. Just throwing out one grenade there, and then they fall back into the corner. But I said earlier, I think it's a good idea to do that. Just slow down the T's a bit. Nice grenade through the door as well onto Youngster. So taking a bit of damage, but Nilo's already in this forward position by the Elven. Very aggressive style, almost double peaked, and he can't quite give it back around the corner. Dangerous for Dukes to try and take that fight, but he's going to come out on top. They do badly need this round here, FUT. It's very important.
Yeah, this is huge. It is a really solid start, though, and with 2 players still in the bathroom, watching each other's backs. Smoke is put down. Lonk's going to capitalize. They're not sure Hades is here. He will pull the trigger in time. Lonks is sent packing. Still a minute on the clock, and Symmetry for them, meanwhile, is a little bit open, a little bit vulnerable. But there is a rotation coming through from Kribani, so they should be okay for the time being.
Yeah, look at Jukes. He's in T-spawn, so I think that's why they were able to rotate on over. I hate this corner for Kribani. I'm really not a fan of this one, but we'll see if they're going to try and flash it. So far, they're just walking into it. Shadow showing. Oh, it's a bit of a mess up for Kribani. He could have been killed there, but he will at least get the 1. 2 versus 3, 30 seconds. And Jukes is all the way back in connector. He didn't actually keep going as fast as I was expecting. He's holding connector to try and make sure that they're not falling back, which is a real danger on this map, that the T's can fall back to the B bomb site. But they're going A right into Cemetery and Demon, and it will be another round for FUT here. And actually a very well handled one. They're going to pick up 3 AKs on the back of it. Yeah, that's a crazy setup, especially for how often this B bomb site is pushed early and rushed. Nilo can't believe his luck. He's just alright, sick. There's nobody on the site. Let's go. Surely Jukes is going to be dead in this corner. Smoke's going around. They're not even going to fight him. They're just going to say, alright, that's it, to leave him alone. Finally, they get him. And LNC spins around, takes down Lonks. was going to say they could have just smoked him off and left him in the corner for forever, basically. The bomb, not yet planted. They're finally getting into that now. LNC's going to go down, but he did take 3 people with him. Krabani, I don't know how, but he's opened up the round again. How are FUT even competitive in this round? They should have lost it already. They should have been running to save the guns at this stage, but they've been let back in. Cemetery and Krabani, if they win this one back, that would be criminal for Heroic, and Nilo's going to get caught off guard. It's the captain of the team now with 4 kills, looking for the ace to bring his team back, and he will get it, leading from the front.
And although the Molotov is down, they have a kit, so it's no problem. Yeah, the 2 IGLs in that round collectively got 8 out of the kills. In fact, they got all the kills in this round. Ridiculous. Like, nobody else pitching in. LNZ with 3, 5 for Krabini. And I agree, it looked like this was done. As soon as LNZ takes down Lorks there, and the backside as they drop in, that felt like it was a done deal, but they start peeking one by one. Isolating themselves in these trades, no crossfire to be seen, playing kind of too passive, way too deep. What a weird round that is, Anders. And
for the rest of FUT, so they have a very good idea that there's nobody coming to the B-bomb side.
Replenish the smoke as well, Molotov behind it, just keeping Heroic away, but Symmetry maybe gets a bit too antsy, a bit overzealous and gets punished for it. Still 35 seconds and Haiti cracks open the site. No one else here to deal with the plant going down, and although Lonks does put in 2 and takes their attention away from the bomb plant momentarily, Jugs down on the dumpster side, needs to let Demon go and do what he does best, and that's frag out. Another kill goes by. They've stalled this bomb plant for so ridiculously long, but eventually Heroic take it with a close range headshot courtesy of a scout from xFloud. Painful but not lethal.
True. Yeah, you've got 10 for a reason. You can spare a couple.
Yeah, exactly. They have spared xFloud, and that's not ideal. Youngster takes a bit of damage, and he gets finished off as well. The boosted up Krabini doing work. Some really nice slight adjustments on FUT's CT side, and it's yielded so much in terms of success, and it really puts Heroic on the back foot now.
Just boost upon boost. That was the 3rd boost of the round. See if they got any more tricks up their sleeves. Historically, there have been some teams that have tried to win overpass by just having an indefinite amount of tricks. Oh, Jukes, he's walking behind them. Easy lineup for him, and now Nilo, no way out of this one. A 1 versus 4, completely encapsulated here towards the restrooms, and it's going to be Cemetery to take him down. But Jukes, obviously, with that flank is really what sealed the deal. But still, you saw the early boost damage, and then obviously the boost kill for Krabani. It's one of the things that makes this such a sick map. Yeah, I think you're right. There are some things that are just kind of hard-coded into different players. Cemetery, that's close. Nilo, and he's the lone player in that 4-1 configuration for Heroic. So that will give up so much map space, and the fact that Krabani's out long as well, he could almost catch the bomb. It's just going to be a second around the corner, but if he has that, the round is probably going to be over. They have such a great position right now. Jukes goes down on the A site, but let's see. Krabani, he's a step away all the time. That's not the bomb, unfortunately. Hades goes down, but xFloud allowed to run in here and going to be planting in safety of long as well.
Ooh, Lonks tried to deny the bomb plant. You could see what he was going for, but it's completely backfired, spectacularly so. And now 2 of the 3 players are actually stuck at the bottom, trying desperately to elevate themselves to heaven. But Youngster keeps them in purgatory for the time being. Krabini coming through with one of his own. Up to 16 kills, by the way. He's had a phenomenal half. And how much you would like to christen the end of it with a 7th round. Symmetry's going to keep that one under wraps. Spray from Youngster, wild, but connects and will also clutch out. One of the first clutches that Heroic have picked up, but it will secure a 6th round on their T-side half.
Stop fighting for skins in the game. Visit Hellcase.
Here we go. Second half. It's FUT versus Heroic. It's only the second series of the day. We've got a whole nother best of 3 coming up after this one. MIBR and VP happening later today. Lonks, 1 kill just might do it. Nilo, you could see the panic on his face as he's trying to retreat from the restrooms. And not going to be happening. He gets taken down. The bomb's surely going to be planted. And there is Hades with a flank, but this is going to be very tough to do.
Yeah, super tough. And they need to get this first entry back onto the site as fast as physically possible. The kit is available, but it's the fact that Hades way out in the open is just being wasted. Time dwindling away. It's such an important kill as well because it would facilitate a quick push up through the dumpster, but because he just gets kept at bay and just stagnated out, now Youngster has to deal with the entire world pushing him. Really well played from Krabini again, man. Like, the fact that he was able to stall Hades, who was kind of like the fire support, the artillery that was coming in, it did the world of good to the rest of FUT, and they can actually push and deal with the remaining CTs. Well done. Well orchestrated, well constructed, and also well executed in the end. And now FUT have a chance to dial up the pace, dial up the heat, and Youngster gets burned away. The HE and Deagle work together in tandem to deal with two. But still, the advantage you would have to favor FUT on. They still maintain control of the bomb. They have the superior firepower on top of it. It is a little bit sketchy. There is a gap in that smoke, though. And that's going to allow Nilo to pick up the AK and have a quick peek. The cheek of the man to get the 2 kills on top of it. How has he got away with that?
That everything in you thinks that's such a bad idea. Super sick for Nilo. I was not expecting that. I was about to say this is not a good idea, but what do I know? Steeman sneaking in. Still winnable, but it's very unlikely here. He's got the health for it. He's got the bomb on his back, crouching on through. But oh, it's LNC. Not going to let his teammate down there. Nilo putting in the hard work and LNC finishing the job. Still want to see Demon do some more work. He's not completely crashing out. He's got 7 kills, but we know that he could definitely do more. So now would be the time to really dig deep and try to find some of those extra frags here. Nilo traded out by Demon, just as we mentioned it. The bomb is on the ground here, and Hades, he gets the dink, but it's with the Galil, and he can't find the kill, unfortunately. So Krabani and Duke's going to come back into the round. Xfloud and Youngster now scrambling to get onto the A site, but Demon's already here and holding it, or maybe not. He does go down to Xfloud running into it. Headshot from Youngster, now looking to see if he could find Krabani as well and clutch the round for his team. Almost gets the job done, but instead, it's another triple and another clutch coming out from Krabani. Heroic, just like LNC is doing now, is walking up behind them, and the closer LNC gets, the more people are going to be on B. The more Heroic are going to be super ready. They know what's coming.
Exactly, and they realize that. They're feeling the pressure, so they will just go ahead and pull the trigger. Demon through a flashbang and a smoke comes in, but there's Xfloud with 2, and Hades also chips in for good measure. Suddenly 5 become 2. But those 2 players feature Krabini, and the way he's been playing so far, you should not write him off. Try and deny the bomb plant, do a lot of damage through the smoke from LNZ, and he knows that Symmetry is stuck in this smoke and has to come out at some point. And as soon as he does, he's a dead man put on the deck, and Heroic pick up double digits. Yeah, because there's so many, like, if you want to think of it in sort of like trench warfare, you take your shot from bathroom, you fall back to flower beds, or if you want to push up to pool, you then have bathrooms, etc., etc. So you're always falling back, and then you just see this boost in. I love it. Awesome. They got this secondary player as well on bathroom, so they knew they weren't getting pushed from that angle, so why not go for a boost-up shot?
This is really smart. You're absolutely right. Flash to slow them down. They've got more utility on the other side. Hades landing those bullets and swinging into the fight against Cemetery. The shadow showing it. Hades with a masterclass of a round. 18 kills and a quad kill in this one, and it was just spectacular work with the AWP.
Really nice from Hades, man. I can see he's just being unshackled and unleashed as well. Like, they clearly have so much confidence in his ability to go for these boosts. And because they had the safety net of bathrooms being under control, and this was so one-dimensional from FUT, they could feel enough reprieve to go for these kinds of plays. And that's kind of one of the issues for FUT, and you highlighted it with the lack of connector control sometimes. They're very headstrong, and sometimes that does borderline stubborn. It becomes a bit predictable, and we're seeing Heroic making the most of it. This time they get aggressive, and they just pick up jukes for free.
Yeah, another great ace up the sleeve potentially on the CT side is pushing those B hallways or the B tunnels.
Again, I feel like we're a broken record, Anders. Zero map control. No one connector. Yeah. They have no idea.
They're going to be walking in. It's a nice smoke for the high ground here, but they need a Molotov to clear out Youngster, and already Xfloud and LNC. No really grenades thrown out here from FUT. They're not even getting close to this one. Hades shows up right at the end. LNC jumping in celebration, and it's a bit too much, you know, too much exuberance on his side. I mean, I sound sad. I'm not like Heroic are playing great Counter-Strike, and this CAC tournament could be really sick for them. I think if they keep playing like this, it's going to be exciting. Youngster getting jumped upon and traded out. So 3 versus 3, and it's a classic B rush. They are very efficient, but Nilo in the best possible position to shut it down. He's going to get the first one. Grenade around the corner and up on the high ground. There's no smoke, and there won't be one either anytime soon. Jukes trying to plant the bomb, but there's no coverage, and he doesn't get the last digit in. Dead on arrival, and Kripani alone to try and clutch it again. I don't think he's going to be able to. Nilo's right here looking for him and already spotted out. The backup's going to be there at any rate. Nilo will take him out, and it will be heroic to pick up the map and the series.